like we are back on. Hey, just another Sunday at the shop. Doing our live stream again. I just got done shooting the basic footage for the video that will come out later today, and we're going to work on getting some things cleaned up, getting it ready, and getting the actual project video started. I don't know that I'll record any right now, but we'll get things prepped. Frankly, I need to get some space on the work table in order to get ready for this next video. So it's just these live streams are meant to just be kind of freeform, nothing planned, nothing special. There's chat. I will check it periodically, but I'm just going to be kind of working around and getting on there like that. Christopher, if you're around in Norway again, hope you're watching. I know you missed the last one. Gave me a hard time about it on Facebook. Sorry, but I think I'm gonna start trying to do these Sundays. For me, it comes in Sunday about 1 p.m. Eastern time here in the U.S. But we'll see. And depending on how if anybody actually shows up or not, it looks like no one's watching right now, which is fine. I do like that these get recorded though, so it'll be there for people to watch later. With that, I'm going to get started and talk to myself some more. Cheers. Showed up on camera, but as you notice, I have to be really careful lifting and moving things. So, all right. Someone's actually watching. Hey, everyone. Actually a pretty decent camera angle this time. I don't know, see if someone's watching, I don't know if it's real. Someone who's actually actively watching. Let me know how audio sounds as I'm going around, if you get a chance. If not, that'll be good. We're still working on testing and figuring out this whole live streaming thing with YouTube. I. But some of this is actually to be able to help some of the other YouTube contributors that also want to do some live streams as well. I do some of this kind of, the streaming video and things like that for my day job. So I've been experimenting the last couple of videos, the last couple of live streams, trying different equipment, trying different audio, different settings, things like that. Trying to get it optimized so that I can get information out to other contributors and help them set this kind of thing up as well. So yeah, if you do have any comments, put it in the chat. Or if you're watching this as a recording, put the comments. Let me know what you think. And again, sorry, we're just cleaning up right now, getting ready to do some more project work. But thanks for watching. if you're watching from the beach, blue hands, just for you. I know that terrible view you've had all week, you know, overlooking the ocean. Oh, we're up to 3 people watching. No, 2. Back down to 2. Yeah, say that I blame them. Doesn't. It's not exactly the most interesting of live streams. But since you're here, if you have anything you'd like to contribute, any suggestions, any requests, things that you'd like to see or say, or just let me know. Got kind of a preview for upcoming videos. Got latches and hinges for the doors that we're going to put on the front of the CNC mill cabinet. So we've slowly been collecting this kind of stuff, trying to get ready. I see people kind of coming on and dropping off. I guess that's pretty typical, since I'm not actively doing a whole lot on here right now. So these are the legs that were off the andirons that I just did, that andiron project. And I am going to do an attempt at doing some TIG brazing to repair these. I mean, I don't need them, they're not broken. I mean, they're broken, but they're not going to be in use, so what perfect way, or what better way to do some testing on that, some practice and training. So that'll be interesting. Go back and watch some other videos out there that show how to do it, and try my luck at it and see how spectacularly I can fail at it. So on the video I'm getting ready to release, the stuff that I recorded earlier today, talking a little bit about how I cut this and then fold it along the seams to make the elevated base for the umbrella stand project. So that's what we're going to be doing this week, is that umbrella stand. One of the things that we do, and if you guys out there are watching, have a comment. So as we fold this is what I was talking about. I've got, this is a 0.045 cutoff disc. So what I do is, as I bend this, it starts to pinch at this inside corner, right? So I've got the angles. Something isn't right on the angles here. So basically, as it folds, I think what I need both is a bevel on these edges need to be beveled, so that it lets it come together. But what I've been doing is bend it, come in with the slit, the cutoff disc, makes more space, bend it, makes more space, bends more, makes more space. If there's a better way, if you guys know a better way, let me know in the comments, please. The last series I did was the drill guides, and in the drill guides we had to make one of these locating pins. This is one of those pins. We used 303 stainless for this, and while it turned pretty nice, and you can kind of get a feel for what it did, I made one critical mistake. When I grabbed my material, I needed ½ inch. When I checked it, I don't know if you guys can even see that, 5/8, 625. Oops. It was actually quicker for me to just grab the ½ inch and remake this thing than it was to try and turn this down to the right diameter. But these things happen. That's why double measure twice, cut once thing. There's a reason for that. So into the strap then it goes. I didn't tell anyone I was doing this live stream. I promised people that I would let them know. Man. Just for your hands. I better let people know. I wonder if I should. Thanks for being patient, guys. Dawned on me that I should probably let people know that I'm doing this. And not just here, but think. People know up front that it's happening at all. Yep. Okay. Hey, sorry folks. Thanks for your patience. This is one of these where didn't think of it until after the fact. Okay. All right. Thanks. That's some more parts of the andiron I need to get done. So, I don't know if any of you guys run into this, but I went to pick up some steel the other day, and I ran into one of the vendors there, that had kind of a roadshow thing going on, and 3M had this roadshow going. It was about safety and things like that. But they also had, they're going through all their different product lines as it relates to metalworking. So I took advantage of this. And I wanted to talk to people because, honestly, I don't get a chance to talk to the experts too often. Right? It's one of those things that I do talk to people quite a bit, and I know my research, and I've been to school, and I've done all these things, but it's not the same as staying on top of all the new things. And so it was very cool. I talked to the guys from 3M. I talked to my local sales rep. He gave me some literature, and I owe him an email still. One of the really cool things that he did was I didn't realize the actual Scotch-Brite trademark and trade name is a 3M product. And since I use different variants of that type of materials for abrasives, he actually hooked me up with some stuff. A couple of the little snap lock, or is that what it's called? Snap lock? I forget what it's called. Something lock, quick lock, twist lock. All right. I hate it when that happens. That's just, this medicine I'm on just kills my vocabulary. Anyways, deburring wheels, clean up this. This is the one a couple of videos back I asked if people had recommendations for this. I'm really give these a shot, see how they work. He also had some of the handy pack of the, because I do a lot of hand work with these. And what's neat about these is they actually even kind of cannibalize their own products, but these, the way they're set up, there's a red and a gray. This is one of their trial packs, right? But the way it's set, the way they manufacture these now, and I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I rarely use these whole. I tend to cut them up. Well, they're perforated now, so it makes it easy to do. You don't have to do anything to cut them. It destroys the cutting tool that you're using to do that. So, kind of neat setup. So he hooked me up with that too. So some of these 3M products, maybe you guys are already doing it. I'm making that transition. I'm at this stage where I have to balance cost versus performance, and I'm finding sometimes Harbor Freight's okay. But sometimes you need, some high quality German, Swiss made kind of thing. When it comes to consumables though, there's a balance between the life of the consumable and the cost of the consumables. And so I'm starting to up the ante a little bit. I'm paying a little bit more for some of my consumables at this point, but I'm finding that they're lasting a whole lot longer. And so total cost, true cost of ownership and use come down quite a bit. So this is the kind of thing where 3M products, the name brand 3M products aren't always the cheapest in the world, but I'm finding that they last longer and they work better. So I'll get behind quality products like this. Plus, it's always cool to get free stuff, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, that thing gets so dirty. Actually, I do know how that thing gets so dirty. I'm lazy. It's easier to clean up as you go than it is to have to do it after the fact. But like many of you out there, I'm sure, sometimes you're doing just like I did, where you're trying to get a project out, you don't have a whole heck of a lot of time, and it's about getting it done. So now I'm having to go back and do it again. So this is what's that adage about, if you have enough time to do it twice, you had enough time to do it once right the first time. So, hang on a second. Okay. Somebody was walking up to the door. Someone has enough motivation to be outside right now. It is currently here in North Carolina. It is about 48 degrees Fahrenheit. It is rainy. It is windy. Someone was actually out there running. Good on them. I need to get back to that. I can't wait to be healthy enough to get back to that. Okay, I'm lying. I don't like to do this stuff, but frankly, sometimes what I need is to get out and run, and right now I can't do it. I used to love running. Then I joined the Army and I was forced to run, and I didn't like it anymore. I'm getting to the point now where I miss running a little bit. I miss having that time to just get out and go and not have to think about things so much, or clear your head, and that physical time, that physical activity. Of today's video, by the way, and doing these videos, is to test longer duration streaming. We had some problems last time we did a long duration stream with audio and video getting out of sync. And so that is the whole point of today's test, is to make sure, or see how we're doing. So right now, looks like we've been streaming for a little over 20 minutes. It's 22 minutes and 30 seconds now. I know there's about a 10 to 15 second delay on buffering and things like that. But just for testing, let's just try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm trying to just check how all that's working. Again, if you're watching this far, good on you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. One thing that I'm not happy about in doing these live streams is the fact that I can't have my music going. I normally have music going in the shop, and it's so quiet. I don't know. I mean, I need to. Testing the live stream is great, and seeing how all that's working is great, but man, I miss my music. Of course, YouTube would immediately flag it and shut all this down, so we can't do it. Alright. Yeah, there's a couple more people joined for a minute. This is probably an accident. Alright. What's next? Yeah, this is a challenge with all this. Trying to fit all this stuff in small space, figure out where it's going. But it's working. Put some chat in here. Yeah, as I suspected. Hi, Mom. Nice. That's hilarious. Oh. No video is complete without the call out to Mom. And in fact, I've been really calling out to my mom because apparently she's watching, so. Hi, Mom. Hey, just so you know, and it's in the recording, so poor people who are watching the recording at this point, I've heard this over and over. It Still just testing, getting a feel for how everything's working, new equipment, new hardware, doing some live streaming, trying different setups up. So thanks for sticking with me. I think what I'm going to need to do, I actually have multiple cameras now, and what I'm trying to work on here is how to get the multiple camera angles. Right now I actually only have one camera hooked up. I do have a second camera angle, and I'm looking at picture-in-picture kinds of things, or split screen, or something along those lines. Not quite ready to turn that on today, but who knows, I haven't decided yet. So, doing the longer stream today. If you are on and watching, let me know, audio and video synchronizing, how does it look? Again, doing this more because we're trying to help other YouTube content creators that in the machining community be able to do some live streaming. I think the first one that I saw this year was Stan. He had a company come in and help out and do some of these things. I do this for a living on my day job, so I was just trying to figure out ways that I can help other people do some live streaming and how they might do some interacting with their viewers. So that is what's happening today. If you have anything going on, throw it in the chat. I love that my mom actually chimed in. That's awesome. So thank you for watching. If you are here, we do appreciate that. And if you're on the recording and still watching, half an hour into it, awesome. Thank you. Hope you fast forwarded some. Real content. I've got a rant. So I got some T-handle, well, I always learned them as Allen wrenches, but hex key, right? The stand, the stand that it came with, it can be used as a stand, right? Or it can be hung on the wall. I'm guessing like this, right? Because the way that the, let's see if you guys can see. Okay, so you guys can see. Put it in, it locks in place. Well, if you do that, let me take one of these out so you can see, all the writing's upside down. Right? Doesn't make much sense, does it? If you're going to build something, if you're going to make it right. So, do I put it on the right way and just deal with the fact that everything's upside down? Yeah, probably. I'll probably maybe put some Sharpie marks. Say, that this is 10 millimeters, 8 millimeter, and not have to worry about it. Because the other thing is, if you are actually hanging it like that, the handles are in the way. You can't see the markings anyways. Why even bother? So, okay, my rant is over. Sorry, guys. I don't know, I might rant more later. We'll see. That's a smooth hair from that angle, huh? on this particular video is to go for a whole hour. I think we went 40 some minutes the first video, the first live stream, and it's we started to get some drift in there, audio video drift. So we're at 30 minutes right now. I'm gonna checking in periodically, trying to see how everything is going. So at 30 minutes, we'll do our test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, this is all just live stream testing. I probably should add some notes about that, but we'll get there. About time to swap out tanks. We're running low on my C25 for my MIG. I'm going to have to do that here soon. It's actually harder. This last one I did, I TIG welded part of it, I MIG welded most of it. Gotta decide what I want to do still, MIG it or TIG it. I will likely MIG weld it, so using a back stitch MIG weld. But the reason I'm probably not going to do it today is I'm really low on argon. If I do it today, I'd probably have to go completely with TIG welding. So I think what I'll end up doing is just prepping the material and then going from there. So, thanks for sticking with me today. Appreciate it. Not exactly the most exciting stuff in the world. Again, we're still just testing. We're going to end up doing a month's worth of these tests, so once a week, and before we actually start doing something live, I think. Here's where are my eyes? They are over here. You may hear the term PPE quite a bit. When I first heard it, just getting into this kind of work, I didn't know what the heck people were talking about. PPE, what the hell is that? What kind of acronym? Personal protective equipment, right? So trust me, hearing protection. I lost so much of my hearing in the military, anyways. I don't want to lose any more. If you ever get something in your eye, imagine getting a shard of metal stuck in your eye, right? So wear your PPE. Done preaching. I'm not one of these safety zealots who is going to tell you how to do everything. Far from it. There are things that I do that I probably shouldn't do. Hence, case in point, go back and watch my video RTFM. Talk about doing things you're not supposed to do. I knocked that one out of the park. So, yeah. Okay. Right now, it looks like I've got everything just wrapped up. Trying to actually set things up so that you can see what I'm doing. Normally I work from this part of it, right? So this hull basically cuts this way, this way. It gives me kind of bisecting walkways in the shop, and nice wide clear walkways. So I typically, when I'm working at the welding table, I'm on this side, right? Well, not a good angle for you guys, right? It doesn't really help. So I'm actually moving some stuff around so that you can see what I'm doing in a way that's actually meaningful or maybe slightly interesting. Recently saw a video from Jody over at weldingtipsandtricks.com about his filler metals and what he did with that. I definitely need to do something. I just got these containers all over the place. I've got to do something about this soon. Because frankly, nobody wants to trip over a welding rod. You know, when all I had, when all I ever did was mild steel, and all I needed was a couple of different thicknesses. I could buy it by the pound from the welding supply store, just keep it in one container, and I was done. It wasn't a big deal. Now that I've got all stainless and aluminum and silicon bronze, and this is this Hobart. It's actually low temp aluminum brazing rod. I don't know if you guys have tried this before. This is neat. Great for like hatching, but not the strongest of stuff. But melting temperature on this. I want to say this is 700. Yeah. Meat heat based on the 700 degrees. Do not heat rod. Right? So I used this to, believe it or not, I was repairing seams on an old aluminum rowboat, like a john boat. What we would call a john boat here. It worked great for that. That was 2 years ago. I haven't touched it since. It's just sitting here. I've got to find a way to organize it. I've got a couple more people watching. We appreciate you watching. Just testing today. Not a whole lot going on in the shop. This is more equipment testing again, and long-term stream testing on the audio and video. We saw some issues with the audio and the video not staying in sync, and so that's mostly what I'm doing today. So if you're still with me, I appreciate it. Thank you. We'll be doing tests about every 10 minutes or so. We're coming up another couple minutes doing another test. See people kind of popping in for a minute, being bored, popping out. I don't blame you at all. If you are watching the recording, yeah, you guys are awesome. This tray of stuff here is actually all stuff for the CNC project. It was a nice way of keeping everything together and organized. The little flower thing, no, right? This stuff's actually my daughter's, her workbench, although I think this is stuff that needs to go upstairs. Let me just set it out here for now. Well, thank you guys for watching the most boring live stream in history. We've got schematics for CNC controller. We'll need that here soon. You ever know you shouldn't do something, but you're going to do it anyways? Yeah. Me neither. Well, where am I going to put this thing? What? I'm going to be smart for a change. I'm just going to leave it there. Plenty of room for me to work here. You guys can see what I'm doing. Now we've got to decide from a technical perspective on what we're doing. gotta decide if I try recording right from the camera there to zoom you in what I'm doing, or if I should record using the software-based recording on the computer, if I should stop broadcasting from that and switch to the other camera and use that camera to get a close-up here. And yeah, this is the stuff I'm trying to work out in this live stream, is how best to do it. Because, you know, when I'm doing this stuff in production environments and in smart classrooms and stuff like that, and normally I have a budget, a couple $100,000 in budget or more, and it's multiple cameras and hardware switchers and all this stuff, cameras that follow you around based on where you're standing and all this kind of stuff. And here at Casa de Zelickman, I'm using an old JVC Handycam, a webcam, and the computer that I use for my plasma cam to do all this. So not exactly the high-tech equipment that we use in the production environment. So where are we at on time? We are 2 minutes overdue for our audio drift test. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm showing 42 minutes and 10 seconds on the viewer. I know that there's about a 10-second delay, so we'll see how that looks. I'm sure everybody's having fun watching me count down 10-second delays like this. But yeah, 15 seconds. So I just went back because I can see the preview window. I can see from YouTube as well as what's here. So it's about 15 seconds. So we're at 15 seconds of buffering. You guys are behind a little bit, but it helps keep the quality going. So that's good. I'm probably going to keep the stream going for another 10 minutes or so. Frankly, it's just not that fun to watch. Let's turn the webcam on though. We'll try that one. Hey, there we go. So audio. Oh, I don't know if audio's trying to come through both right now. No. Okay, good. All right, so here's our other view. We'll try working this out, see how that's doing. So we'll keep the two videos going here for a second. I'm not going to keep this going too much longer. This is saying 30 frames a second for video size, good. But I just want to thank everyone who is watching right now. I see people kind of jumping on and off, and I just want to say thank you. We're doing mostly it's just testing today again, trying multiple cameras, camera angles, different equipment. That light behind me is going to be a problem, right? So we're working these kinds of kinks out so that we can have a much better viewing environment for everyone, to make this a bit more interesting. So if you're watching today, and if you're watching the recording, we do appreciate it. There's kind of an echo in the sound. Okay. Let me. Some of that. I'll have you guys listen to it. Some of that echo really might be the room, the audio in here. It's just we get some echo in the shop. I used to have a really nice wearable microphone, so maybe if I can switch back to doing that, I might be able to do that. So I do appreciate the feedback on that one. I could switch audio sources and see if that helps. If you're willing to stick around for a second, I can try that. Alright, so this is the new audio source now, so I switched the microphone This is using the microphone off the webcam versus the microphone off the handy cam. So I don't know how it's sounding for you guys. The levels that I'm seeing, but I don't get a preview of the audio. I'd have to hook up some headphones, see what it looks like. But with that 15 second delay, it was ridiculous to try and do. It's so confusing. You'll be talking and then all of a sudden you'll hear yourself like 15 seconds later saying things. But how does it sound now? I'll give you a second for it to actually catch up to you. Right back. And what I don't know. I mean, it's showing like it worked. I watched the devices flash as I made the changes. So it looks like it did work. It's the same. Yeah. I think I'll go back and listen to the recording, and I'll have to see if the issue is with the if the issue is with the audio sources, or if it's just the sound. It does get a little echoey. You should hear it when I fire up some machinery. It definitely gets loud. That's why I wear the hearing protection when I'm in here working on stuff. All right. I'll have to see about speakers. But they're muted. Right. So this is the kind of stuff that I actually do for a living too. So that's the kind of. I'm just trying to do it. See how well I can do it from home with the average kind of equipment that I have around the house to try and see if I can help some of the other YouTube creators in our group to do this kind of stuff longer term. It's kind of weird having that going right now. So that's where I'm coming from on this stuff. I really appreciate the live feedback because that's helpful. It's hard to do this on your own. It's like hey, I've got to do a long recording to see if everything works. And like what we had happen last time was we had audio drift. So as we got later into it, the echo showed up. And then we started to get some drift in the audio. So what you saw happening, it was almost like watching a bad kung fu movie where you'd see the mouth moving, and the audio would catch up. So it could be the software I'm using. So I'm trying to go back and figure all that out. All right. Well, I'm gonna switch this back because I'm going to turn the webcam off. But before I do that, I need to put the audio back to the device. Make sure you guys are still hearing me. All right. So we're back to a single view. I can try. Like it is. Hey, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'll type that one in too. There's a bit of a delay here, but yeah, I'm just still trying to get all this stuff going. So I don't know if I'm going to do the live streaming long term or not. In some ways, it's fun. It's kind of like having somebody else here in the shop with me. In other ways, you have to think an awful lot while you're going through and doing this. You're either doing it like you might do for real movie production or video production where you're planning all of your steps ahead of time. Or, like I was working at earlier, this is how I normally work. Right? Doesn't really show anything. So, sounds okay now, much better. I wonder why. That's awesome. Okay, well, maybe flipping stuff back off. Maybe I didn't have one of the audio settings set correctly. That's strange. I'm gonna try something. Hang with me for a minute. Hey, you can't see my head. All right. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. So if I do that, I either need to adjust the camera height too. Okay. Oh. The joys of live streaming, or trying to do live stream. Figuring all this stuff out. I think this is why Stan, when he did his for the summer bash, he just did a static, wide angle, fisheye, static shot from the ceiling kind of thing. I don't know, maybe I'll be able to do something like that. I'd like to, because I know how to do some of this stuff. I'd like to actually put multiple cameras in here and just carry a remote so that I could just kind of pop the remote and it changes camera angles to presets. Because that's, frankly, when we're creating our videos and we're trying to take all this really long stuff and get it compressed into something digestible, that's what we end up doing, right? Is you shoot video widescreen, then you shoot video wide angle, and then you shoot in tight on the subject you're trying to do, and then you end up back and forth and all this, and then you stitch it together in post-production. But with live streaming, you don't get the post, right? So you've got to have stuff set up ahead of time. And if you can change things, that's great. But most live streams that I have seen, on YouTube at least, are much more static. They're more like news or broadcast stuff, where people sitting at a table and they're sitting around talking about stuff at the table and not doing metal work, right? So I'm still working out the kinks on this. I appreciate the feedback though. We're at a little over 52 minutes overall, so it's working out. We'll see how these are going. All right, so there's this. I don't know if I'm going to stream this or just record it. I think what I'm going to do, I don't know who else is on right now. I think what I'm going to do though is, I'm getting tired. I'm good for about an hour on my feet before I have to sit back down and take a break. The doc, is pleased with my progress. I'm pleased with my progress. It's frustrating sometimes because I'm used to being on my feet all day, or I'm an old paratrooper. I'm used to just going, but you got to be smart about it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll hit the hour mark, and then I'm going to shut it off for right now, and then I'm going to go take a break and switch to just recording and work on this umbrella stand project. So that's the likely plan for this afternoon. So about 5 more minutes on the live stream, and then we'll go from there. If you have any Hudson Hawk, which I love, there's actually a guy around here who has some old Hudsons. But if you have any requests, or if you guys are watching this on the recording and you have any requests or some suggestions for what we might do on future live streams, put it in the chat, let me know. Put it in the comment for the recording, let me know. Because the first one I did was probably the better of them. I actually shot working on the lathe, right? And I was working on projects, stuff that wasn't going to go into recorded videos. What I'm teeing up right now is a project that's going to be dedicated video, and it's not going to be a step-by-step how to make it. I've gotten plenty of feedback that says, hey, there's all kinds of people out there who are teaching, just show us the projects. And I think that's great feedback, because I am not Tom Lipton, right? I'm not Keith Fenner. I love these guys. They're great. But it's nice to be able to share the projects and share what's going on. So for this particular project, I'm not going to live stream it. I'm going to record it. And I'm at a point now where I've spent most of the time that I was going to do for the prep work is what I did on the live stream. And from here, I'll actually be switching it around to go into recording mode. And that's going to require me to move that camera closer and into a different area. And frankly, the cabling that I have won't reach. Right? So I'll need to look at getting some better cables if I'm going to try and live stream that sort of thing. So we're at 55 minutes. So here's your official 5-minute warning. If there's anything you wanted to add, let me know, and I'm just going to keep kind of getting prepped. Another thing I picked up this week while I was at the supply shop is some of these Norton flat discs. Now I did just talk about the 3M stuff, right? And 3M is, they have some really good flat discs as well, but what I had available at the time, of course, I did this backwards. I went in, I bought a bunch of stuff, then I went and talked to the vendor rep. Great idea, right? But I've been hearing quite a bit about the Norton Blaze product, and so I picked up some of these in 80 grit as well as I got one that's a 60 grit. Well, actually, this is the neon. Right, so there's the Blaze and the neon. Your safety recommendations on this, right? It says right on here, max RPMs, 13,300 max RPM. So 13,300. I never used to pay attention to this stuff until I was trying out my stuff from Walter Technology, or Walter Surface Tech. I was working on the stainless steel project. That's that RTFM video I did. Pay attention to that. So, our grinder, the angle grinder that we're going to use, runs at 11,000 RPM. So we're well within the safe range for these discs. And I knew that going into it, but this is me making sure that I pass along a lesson learned, especially one that was learned in a not so fun way. Oh, Christopher, you made it! Welcome. Oh gosh, welcome. How are things? I hope things are well in Norway. You made it right as I'm getting ready to shut down. I'm going to stay on for a couple more minutes. Use your glasses. That one that photo that you posted. Oh my gosh! I mean, you could really see. I'm so glad. Did you have a full shield on, or was it just your glasses? Because I typically just wear glasses. And I'm thinking about getting one of the full face shields. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you're recovering well from that. And I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat, which is way over there, and you know what's coming in. So, all right. Yeah, we're kind of reaching that hour mark, and like I was saying earlier, physically with my back surgery and everything that I had this summer, I'm only good on my feet for about an hour at a time, and then I've got to take a break. So we're hitting that hour mark here now. I'll keep it going for maybe another couple extra minutes. Especially since I've got people joining that I really was looking for. I even put it on Facebook this time. It was just your regular glasses. Okay, so you ordered a face shield. Good, I'm really glad that you didn't get hurt. This is what I was talking about earlier about personal protective equipment, right? Make sure you do it. There's all kinds of, everybody knows somebody who's had this happen to them. Well, you know, somebody's watching right now, so he's making a good reminder. Yeah, actually, when I was getting ready for prepping me for surgery, or actually we're trying to find out whether or not I needed the back surgery, I had to go in for an MRI, which is magnetic resonance imaging. And when they ask this question about what's your work, your employment, and I work in educational technology, but it's like, oh, hey, I also do metal work. And as soon as that came up, they're like, have you had anything in your eyes? Any metal in your eyes lately? Have you been checked? Have you seen an eye doctor? If you had any scans? Because they were worried that they're going to put me in this great big magnet. And they're like, okay, because we're getting ready to do this, and if you're not wearing glasses, or if you had anything in your eyes, it could be detrimental. So, yeah. Wow, it figures. I'm hitting the hour mark. I'm hitting that point where I'm about to shut things down, and now everybody's joining. I love you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. But I'm running out of steam, folks. Not so much. the content as me physically kind of running out of steam. So, oh man, I hate to cut everybody off, especially now we're getting some people on, but I appreciate everyone who joined. I appreciate the feedback that I got today. I am gonna have to wrap this up. I need to take a break, and then I'll shoot video of the project that I've been prepping this whole time. So I'll have video coming out. I'll have one coming out probably this evening that is just kind of a thank you. We did some stuff on our wall of fame and talking about some. Hi, Scott. Oh, Scott's here too. Awesome. Nice. So yeah, video coming out tonight. Shop stool. Yeah. Well, I've got all these folding chairs and stuff. The stool would be great. And actually, I had made one, and I didn't like it. And what ended up happening is I took the chair off of it, and I'm gonna put my little grinder. Actually, where is it? Oh, it's tucked away over there right now. I put my small grinder on it, and that's what I used for one of my grinders. But yeah, today, most of this was me just doing testing and trying to figure out the equipment and stuff like that. And just in the meantime, while I was doing that, babbling to myself, or a few people were showing up, and then getting things cleaned and prepped. For those of you who follow my channel regularly, you probably notice there's a lot more room. We're getting organized. We're getting things ready. I'm on the upswing as far as the recovery goes, but I've still got a long way to go. And that is never more obvious than times like right now when I don't know if you guys notice, I'm like holding myself up to keep standing. So I have to take a break. And then I'll, once I'm ready again, I'll get on to this shop project. So I expect to have at least one more video come out this week. I'll probably do 2 short videos. So one tonight and then 2 more short videos later in the week. And I'm going to try and start, since there's some people who are actually interested, I'm going to try and start doing more of these live streams and try and make them project based. So what I'm looking at this point is maybe some additional cameras. If I can get to a point where I can afford to buy extra cameras. Yeah, so I'll probably do that in the future. Sunday afternoons seem to be good times. I know it's evening, Christopher, I know it's late there for you in Norway, but for me, Sunday afternoon, it is live metal. I like your comment about Sunday, what was it? Sunday working, what was it? Metalworking Sundays, that's what it was. So, if you like that, live metal. Sorry. Seeing who was texting real quick. A lot of times when my phone's going off, it's actually James Green hitting me up. So I was like, oh great, let's see what's there. This was my wife, so that was my other cue of, hey, dummy, go sit down. So I'm gonna have to wrap it up, folks. I went a bit longer than I had intended today. It kills me. I'm reaching the point where I can't stay on anymore, and I'm watching the numbers going up and up and up. So, oh man! All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it, and I'll see you very soon. I'm gonna try and start doing this more regularly, but and I'll schedule it. I'll try and remember to schedule it next time. So, thanks everyone for watching. YouTube automatically records these sessions, so it will be available on the channel shortly, if it's not already. And we really appreciate it. And if you have any comments or questions, concerns, suggestions for what you'd like to see on these live videos, let me know. I appreciate it. Thanks again, everyone, and have a great day. See you soon.